my name is Heather. Today I'll be showing you how to weave your own rope mat. We'll be working with one this size, but you can do your own variants once you get used to it. We have a nice small one here, different colours. To make your mat, first of all, you will need a hammer. You will also need 18 nails of at least 5 centimetres in length. It's great to have a hot knife as well, which you can perhaps borrow from your gear shop down the road or your local climbing gym. Most importantly, you need your old rope. We've cut ours here already into 20-metre lengths for ease of weaving. And finally, you need your pattern. So we have a board of 50 by 70 centimetres at the minimum, and also the pattern which you can download from the Edelrid website. The first step is to nail the pattern to the board. Each nail goes at the point at every number, so on the dot, 3, 16, 7, and all the way around the board. So we put each nail at every number around the board, beginning wherever you are. So now we're ready to start weaving. Take your first length of rope and coil it on the floor. Begin at number 1 and we follow the arrows in the direction of each line. Up to 2, down to 3, and so on. So every time we pass a rope, we need to refer to the pattern below. The thick line indicates which rope should lay on top. So in this case, my rope will go over the top of the other one. You can see the rope moves away from the lines a little. Make sure you know which line it belongs to so that you get your weaving pattern correct. You can see here why we've chosen to cut our rope into 2 20-metre lengths rather than leave it in 140. It would take us twice as long to pull through if we had it in 40-metre lengths. It's really important at this stage to try and keep your rope neat because it can easily move out of position. You also see that it's not necessarily over, under at this point. I've gone over twice, and that's because I'm missing the middle line here. So we're halfway, from 1 to 10. Keep your pattern nice and tight. Once we get to 11, leave a little bit of room around the nail to fit another line of rope. it's really advisable to check your work to make sure you haven't made any mistakes. That's the easiest point to undo them. So starting at number 1 again, just follow the rope with your finger and make sure that you go under, over the whole way around. As you can see here, I've made a mistake. Luckily, it's really close to the beginning, so I can just pull it out from number 1. Come back over this one. It's supposed to go over here, under here, over. Okay, and start my check again. Okay, and we're ready for round 2. So here we begin the second round. Start on the inside of the first rope at number 1. Don't really need to refer to the pattern anymore because we've checked that our weaving is correct, and so we can just follow the rope all the way around. Make sure you lay the ropes next to each other, nice and flat and not over the top, so you'll end up with a nice, neat, flat finished product. It's a good time to get the children involved if you have any. It's nice and easy. Here we are halfway around our second round. You'll see that the rope leads us to the inside turn rather than being on the outside. That's why we left a little bit of space between the nail, so make sure you put it on the inside of the other rope and then continue around. All the rest of the turns from here will be on the inside as such. Again, turning on the inside. And there we've finished our second round. And we finished our first rope. So we take our next layer of rope and just start from the point where this one ended. We'll join it together at the end and continue weaving. Here we're halfway again. You see it's an inside turn. This time we go on the inside of the nail. Careful not to pull too hard, just let it lay nice and neatly beside the other ropes. And again, inside turns for the rest of this lap. Make sure you keep your work nice and flat and neat the whole time. So we've finished the third lap and now we can begin the fourth. Just follow it through exactly the same as for the third. So now that we've finished the 4th lap, it's time to remove the mat from the board. Just carefully lift it up from each nail. And lay it on the table in front. Our board is finished for today. So just bring it back into the middle of the table and flatten it out so it's neat again. And now we do exactly as we were for our 5th and final lap. So just follow the rope around as on the last lap. If your fingers aren't as small as mine, you can lift it up to poke the rope through. It's no problem. Okay, and that's our weaving complete. Before you finish off the ends, it's nice just to pat it down and make sure that all your layers of rope are lying next to each other. So I'll just go around the circuit now and do that. So this is how your mat will look now that you've finished the weaving. So now all that's left to do is to join all the ends, and then you're ready to use your mat. So we'll burn these two together first. Put your little piece of wood on top of your mat to protect it. Make sure these are fairly nice and tight. Just have to wait for the hot night to heat up. Try not to breathe the smoke in, it's not very good for you. Just make them nice and hot so they bond together well. That one. Our second join is over here. You see that one rope's on the outside and the other's on the inside, so we'll join them to the ropes beside them. Melt that again. So I've got a bit of gel And then we'll bond it to the rope beside. And again, I'll fix that on just by melting a little bit of them together. And that's fun. Now our edges are joined, we can flip our map over and it's